It is a great pleasure to welcome today to our Book Talk segment, really accomplished author, and she's got another one of her great V.I. Warshawski novel series. This one is called Fallout. We're joined today by Sara Paretsky on the telephone. And Sara, good to talk with you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. This is my launch day for Fallout, and that's just always an exciting day.
Yeah, congratulations, first of all, on the whole V.I. Warshawski series. Now, I know this is your 20th novel. How many V.I. Warshawski books have you done?
This is the 18th in the series. I've done 2 standalone novels as well. So V.I. definitely dominates my writing scape.
And she's based normally out of Chicago, but this book takes her somewhere a little bit different, right, to a different part of the country?
Yes, I grew up in Kansas, and in some ways Fallout is my own origin story. I forced V.I. to leave her comfort zone of Chicago and all the friends and all of the informants that she's used to working with, and send her down to Kansas on the trail of a missing actress who's disappeared in eastern Kansas. And when V.I. gets there, as is always going to be the case where the girl detective shows up, there is way more going on than is obvious on the surface, and V.I. gets sucked into it all pretty fast.
Yeah, I never like to give away too much when we talk about novels, but yeah, it's a film student and a former Hollywood actress, right? That she's looking for? Both?
Yes, exactly. And they are both African Americans, so there's some worry that they may have been murdered or arrested, and that they're just being disappeared. And so some of the racial tension actually fuels what's happening with the story.
When you write a book like this, obviously you said you grew up in Kansas, so you knew the area. I was going to ask you if that was a little more challenging, but since you grew up in Kansas, I guess you sort of had the mental picture of where things were supposed to be or where you wanted to take the characters, right? You knew the area.
Well, in a way, that's true, but it actually was much harder than I thought it would be. I thought it would be simple, that it wouldn't be like going to someplace that I really don't know at all well.
Right.
But it took me a number of months to get myself oriented to thinking about it as not as an outsider, because it's been many years, 40-plus years since I moved away. And when I moved away, there were 20,000 people in the town. Now there are 80,000. It's a much different place than I left.
That's true. Things tend to change over the years. And how did you kind of approach V.I. Warshawski's doing this? Because I guess for the character as well, she's going someplace new, right?
Yes, so I sent her lover overseas, and she's feeling very lonely. It looks like they may be breaking up. He's tired of her always putting herself in harm's way. And so when the chance comes to leave town and she's feeling lonely and her feelings are hurt and all those things, she jumps at it at the change of scene. But when she gets to Kansas and realizes that she has no way to get people to talk to her, that she's really fumbling from ground zero forward to try to even come up with a list of people who she might talk to get information from. It's an interesting set of difficulties that she has to overcome.
And again, I know the fans of the series know about her dog, right? Peppy?
Peppy, the golden retriever, who behaves way more perfectly than any real-life dog ever would. You never see V.I. having to scold her, tell her to come, tell her to stay, tell her to leave that rotting squirrel carcass behind. Peppy just does all of that. My dog would never leave a rotting squirrel carcass behind.
Something about golden retrievers, though. They seem to know more what people want than maybe any other type of breed, though. They seem to connect better. I don't know if that's true, but it seems like they do. They are
very loyal, affectionate dogs. My husband is partially disabled now, and our Golden does not leave his side. She just knows that he needs her there.
We have an organization down here in Sarasota that trains retrievers and Labradors just to do that, help people that are disabled or need assistance. So they're great dogs. Anyway, I digress, but that dog is a great character in the book. And I guess after 18 novels now, the character V.I. Warshawski must grow in your mind to evolve. Does that present more of a challenge for you, or is that more interesting as a writer to have her grow as the books continue?
it's both. When I started the series, I thought I would have her age in real time because who she is was shaped by her mother being a refugee from Mussolini's race laws in Italy during the 30s and 40s, and VI came of age during the great social justice movements of the 70s and 60s. But I find that I'm not up to the challenge of really aging her. She was 30 at the beginning of the series, and she's 50 now, and she's sort of holding at 50 for a while. And then I also think some of this is, I'm at an age where there's a lot of loss in my life, and I don't want to lose the fictional characters that are important to me and give me solace. So all of these people they should be retired, they should be dying. Her downstairs neighbor, Mr. Contreras, who fought at Anzio, he must be 120 now. Lottie Herschel, the doctor, who's her good friend and mentor, she should not be in an operating room anymore, but I can't bear that kind of change in real life, and so I'm having a little bit of fantasy with my detectives milieu, where these people are in a holding pattern, and they will just keep going.
Well, I like that attitude. They're real in a sense, and the fans that read the character feel they're real, so that's good to be able to keep them going. Keep them any age you want. That's a good way to go.
Thanks. And the dogs will always be 5 and active.
Right,
I'm
right.
never going to kill those dogs.
Well, again, the name of the book is Fallout, another one of the outstanding V.I. Warshawski novel series, and number 18 in the series. We've been talking with Sara Paretsky today. Sara, give out your website again, if you would. People can get more information about the book.
Yes, it's saraparetsky.com. I will be doing a small book tour, but any bookstore on the tour will be glad to get you a signed copy. Just call them or email them. The details are right there on my website, and I'll be glad to personalize a book for anyone who's listening to the show.
Great. Sara, pleasure talking to you. Hopefully we can do it again, but thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
I'm Stan Brock. 30 years ago, I formed Remote Area Medical to help people overseas. But then we found generations of families in America isolated by poverty from the health care they need. Together, we can take dental, vision, and medical help to 1 million adults and their kids, right here at home in the United States of America.
If you'd like to order the book we're talking about, please go to DougMilesMedia.com and enter the author's name in the Amazon search box. Thank you for listening. Please come back soon for more conversations here at DougMilesMedia.com. This has been a presentation of Doug Miles Media, all rights reserved. You can listen to or download previous programs at iTunes, Stitcher.com, or DougMilesMedia.com.